invite Mr. JJ Kwan, Product Marketing Honor Global, to take us through the latest offerings by Honor.
We have installed just for you. So let's get started. Well, smartphones have come a long way since their first debut. And today's smartphones have become more than just a simple internet communication tool. Today, there are many things. Our go-to camera, and sometimes they also serve as our fashion accessories. And this is why for the Honor Digital series, we focus a lot on creating products that reinterpret technology in a high fashion style. And the new role of a smartphone drives us to fuse the best technology with aesthetically unique design to create our smartphones. Well, we started introducing cutting-edge technologies way back when we launched Honor 8, our first dual-camera smartphone, along with the sapphire blue glassback design. And in Honor 9, we introduced one of the first hybrid zoom in a smartphone camera. And finally, in Honor 10, we have elevated the whole photography experience for our fans with AI dual camera. Obviously, not forgetting the iconic Aurora design on Honor 10, which deemed to be quite a popular choice among some of our competitors today. In short, our goal is to make the best products for the digital natives. And today, we are ready to announce the successor of Honor 10 right here in India, the Honor 20 series. And the theme for today is see the world for the first time. This is because Honor 20 surrounds two important elements: great photography experience and great aesthetic design. So for the Honor 20 series, it comprises of three different devices: the Honor 20, Honor 20 Pro, and Honor 20i. Without further ado, let me start with Honor 20 and Honor 20 Pro. Today, the Honor 20 and Honor 20 Pro is our most beautiful design yet. It is made to complement your personal style by looking incredibly stylish in your hands. So, without further ado, let me start with the design. And I would like to show it to you right now. Isn't that great? So, the first thing you'll notice about the Honor 20 Pro is the all-new glassback design. And we are calling it dynamic holographic design. The design is clean and unobtrusive, while being visually sophisticated and premium looking. The glassback creates a subtle patterns that gleam and move while giving off a different colors in multiple dimensional space. The dynamic holographic design achieves this illusion with three important elements. It has a glass layer, a color layer, and a depth layer. The depth layer is responsible for creating the multi-dimensional visual effects. As light passes through these prisms, light is reflected and refracted in all directions, giving the glassback a sense of depth. Using a special engineering technique, we have assembled these three layers using a vacuum press into a single four-sided 3D curves. We are calling it this technique triple 3D mesh. And thanks to the four-sided 3D curved glass, Honor 20 Pro feels as good as it looks in your hands. And right at the front of the Honor 20 and Honor 20 Pro features a 6.26-inch all-view display. We have specifically chosen this size to provide our fans with an easy one-hand operation while offering you an immersive viewing experience. To further elevate your one-hand operation experience, the fingerprint sensor is now located at the same place as the power button. This is probably the most intuitive and most secure way to unlock your phone. Now let's talk about colors. The Honor 20 Pro will be available in Phantom Blue And for the Honor 20, it comes in two colors, the elegant sapphire blue and the all-time popular midnight black. Now, I want to talk about my favorite feature, the camera. Every day, billions of pictures are shared across social media. For many of us, our smartphones are the only cameras we own. Not surprisingly, we will want to have a camera that allows us to take Instagram-worthy photo everywhere we go, anytime, anywhere. I believe a lot of you will have recognized this architecture. This was me right in front of the wonders of the world, Taj Mahal, 3 years ago. I would like to draw your attention to what I was carrying back then. It was a professional mirrorless Sony camera. While this is a fixed lens camera, I do appreciate the fact that it has a full-fledged dedicated lens. There are actually a lot of people who are just like me, who appreciate of having a DSLR or mirrorless camera with them all the time. For us, the ability to change lenses on the fly is what makes these cameras so special. There are a couple of benefits of having multiple lenses with you all the time. You are more adaptable to different scenarios. You can switch from street photography to landscape photography on the fly. Having multiple lenses also expands your creativity. And because you have access to a larger aperture, you can achieve better photographs even in low light situations. But they do come with a couple of downsides. These dedicated lenses tend to be quite expensive and are a hassle to be carried around all day because of the weight. And with Honor 20 and Honor 20 Pro, we aim to change that. We only had one goal in mind when we were designing the Honor 20 series, and that is to provide our fans with a pro-grade camera experience that fits into your pocket. So for the first time ever, we are introducing a quad camera system setup on the Honor 20 Pro and the Honor 20. Thank you. The Honor 20 Pro features a 48 megapixel main camera, a 16 megapixel super wide angle camera, an 8 megapixel telephoto camera, and a 2 megapixel macro camera, along with a laser autofocus and dual 4-axis OIS for better low light performance. And of course, the same superior camera qualities of Honor 20 Pro can also be found in Honor 20. The Honor 20 also comes with an incredible 16 megapixel super wide angle camera, a 48 megapixel main camera, and a 2 megapixel macro camera. What makes it so special is that it features a dedicated depth assist camera that is enhanced with accurate depth mapping to allow you to take that beautiful portrait shots. So, because Honor 20 Pro is equipped with four dedicated cameras at multiple different focal lengths, you are now able to explore more of the world with wider zoom range. Let me show you what it actually means. So, not long ago, I went back home for holiday in Singapore. So this is actually at the Gardens by the Bay. I shot this photo with the 48 megapixel main camera, which allows me to take a high resolution photos in great color reproduction and details. While the 16 megapixel super wide angle camera lets me fit more into the same amount of frame while shooting from the same distance. And more importantly, the 8 megapixel telephoto camera allows me to pull the subject closer for greater clarity, while the macro camera lets me see nature in a new level of close-up. So all in all, with the all-new quad camera on Honor 20 Pro, you are able to capture every moment as you see it. And as Android Authority puts it the best, the Honor 20 flagship series is not only powerful and beautiful, it is also the best camera ever in the entire Honor line. So let's deep dive into each of these cameras and see what do they actually mean. I would like to start with the 48 megapixel main camera that allows you to shoot incredible photos day and night. One of the all-time favorite camera features that our fans love is the AI Ultra Clarity mode. And I'm happy to share that we are bringing the same favorite to the Honor 20 and Honor 20 Pro. Because we are able to create this single, sharp, clear 48 megapixel camera, you can recompose your photo later without losing any details, even at extreme zoom level. But more importantly, how we assess if a smartphone camera is great or not these days depends greatly a lot on the low light performance. So the $1 billion question here is, what makes a great low light camera? Well, it seems like there's actually some physics and science to it. So apparently there are three important factors when creating a great low-light cameras. These three factors are the sensor size, the aperture size, and whether or not the camera supports image stabilization. And for that very reason, the 48-megapixel camera is powered by the Sony IMX586 and measures half-inch in size. This is a massive 25% larger than the sensors found in iPhone XS Max and Galaxy S10 Plus. A bigger sensor allows greater light absorbent capacity, means better low-light photos. The second factor is actually the aperture size. So for the first time ever, the Honor 20 Pro features a super wide f1.4 aperture, making this the world's widest aperture ever on a smartphone. So what's the actual benefit to this? Well, if you compare this aperture size to the one on iPhone XS Max, that is at f1.8, you can expect up to 50% more light intake than the one on iPhone. And the next one, I think you guys are going to love this, is, of course, the dual 4-axis OIS. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, and we have heard you. Thank you. So Honor 20 Pro comes with a dual 4-axis OIS setup on the main camera and the telephoto camera to compensate for any unwanted hand movements when you're shooting low-light photos. This means you don't always need a tripod to get that great shots. Now we all know a great camera is more than just a hardware. And software can make your picture-taking experience much better than a hardware powerhouse without good camera software. And precisely for that very reason, we have provide a better and more intelligent low-light performance experience, low-light photography experience. We have continued to improve on the all-time popular AIS Super Night shots by combining up to 16 different exposures in a single shot. Owing to the AIS algorithm and OIS on the Honor 20 Pro, you can expect your low-light photos to turn out sharp and clear. Here's what Digital Trend has to say about the night performance of Honor 20 Pro. The night performance of this phone is excellent, and more importantly, the night shot produced wasn't overly bright. And this is something that a lot of other brands hasn't been able to done well. So let's see how does the Honor 20 Pro and premium flagship like the iPhone XS Max fares against each other. So as you can see, thanks to the AIS Super Night Shot mode on the Honor 20 Pro, the night shot looks brighter and more eye-pleasing than the one shot on iPhone XS Max. Well, going beyond just AIS Super Night Shot mode, the next thing that's very important for a lot of photographers in this room is ISO. If you are into cameras, you will know that ISO plays a huge part when it comes to low-light photography. In digital photography, ISO measures the sensitivity of the image sensor. Higher number means your sensor becomes more sensitive to light, which allows you to use your camera in darker situations. And to give our fans greater flexibility and creativity to customize their setting, even in low-light environments, the Honor 20 and Honor 20 Pro supports ISO up to 200 and 4800. Thank you. Such settings can only be found on professional DSLR cameras. Let me show you what I mean. So even when you compare this with a professional DSLR like the 5D Mark IV, the ISO of Honor 20 Pro is still twice as much. And even for Honor 20, it still offers the same ISO level as a Canon 5D Mark IV. So with Honor 20 series, we can bid goodbye to the heavy, bulky cameras. Well, let's see how it does in the actual practice. So if you look at some of the comparison photos that we have right here, the difference is obvious. Thanks to the high ISO settings, thank you. Thanks to the high ISO settings on Honor 20 Pro, you can now shoot bright and clear photo even in extreme, almost dark environments.